It was a beautiful Saturday morning. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, and a delicious smell was wafting through the air. A mix of sugar, butter, and fresh fruit. Biscuit, who had been dozing in a patch of warm sunlight, suddenly perked up. His little tail started thumping against the floor, and he bounced over to the window to see what was going on. There, in the backyard, his human friends, a girl named Lily and her brother Sam, were getting ready to bake a cake. Now, Biscuit loved two things more than anything else in the world: delicious food and spending time with his favorite humans. So when he saw them baking, he knew he had to join in on the fun. With a happy bark, Biscuit ran to the back door and started scratching at it with his paws. "Come on, Biscuit," Lily said with a smile, opening the door. "You can help us bake a cake." And with that, Biscuit was off, his little nose twitching with excitement, making his way to the kitchen. As soon as he got there, he started sniffing round, looking for something he could help with. Now, normally, baking a cake is a calm and relaxing activity, but with Biscuit around, things were never normal. Just as Lily started measuring out the ingredients, Biscuit decided he wanted to help. He stood on his hind legs and tried to reach the bowl with his paws, but being as small as he was, he couldn't quite get there. But Biscuit didn't let that stop him. He gave the bowl a big lick, and then, oh no, he knocked it over with his nose. Flour went flying, eggshells cracked, and the batter spilled all over the floor. "Oh, Biscuit," Lily said with a sigh. She loved her furry friend very much, but sometimes his clumsiness made baking a real challenge. But then she looked at the mess and started giggling. It was true that Biscuit had made a big mess, but he had done it with such enthusiasm and cuteness that she couldn't stay mad at him. She picked him up, gave him a big hug, and said, "Let's clean this up before Mom and Dad come home," as Lily and Sam cleaned the kitchen. Biscuit watched them with big, innocent eyes. He knew he had made a mess, but he couldn't understand why they weren't as excited about it as he was. To him, it looked like so much fun. Spilling the batter had felt like a thrilling adventure, and knocking the bowl over had been like a tiny earthquake. He wagged his tail thinking about it. It had been so much fun. But then he noticed something. On the counter sat a large bag of flour, and it looked like a giant, puffy cloud to him. He took a step closer, and then another, until he was right in front of it. He sniffed it once, twice, and then 3 times. And the more he smelled it, the more he wanted to touch it. He dipped his little paw in and pulled it out covered in white powder. He shook it off, and then, oh no, he hit the bag. Flour exploded everywhere, covering the kitchen in white powder. Lily and Sam started laughing. "You look like a ghost, Biscuit," Sam said. And indeed he did. His fur was completely covered in flour, and only his big, brown eyes were peeking through the white cloud. He looked so funny that Lily couldn't help but pick him up and give him a big kiss on the nose. Then she put him down and said, "How about you go play outside while we finish baking? You can come back when we're done." Biscuit barked happily. He loved playing outside, and besides, he knew that if he stayed inside, he would probably end up making another mess. So off he went, bounding through the garden, chasing butterflies and sniffing flowers. He played until he was tired and thirsty, then trotted back to the house, where Lily and Sam were waiting for him with a big surprise. They had made a cake, and it wasn't just any cake. It was a beautiful chocolate cake with chocolate frosting and sprinkles on top. Biscuit's mouth started watering as soon as he saw it. He loved chocolate more than anything in the world, and this cake looked absolutely delicious. He barked happily and wagged his tail so hard it looked like it might fall off. Then he did something that surprised Lily and Sam. He stood on his hind legs and politely asked for a piece of cake. Of course, they couldn't say no to that adorable face, so they cut him a small slice and put it on the ground in front of him. Biscuit lapped up the frosting first, then ate the cake. It was the best cake he had ever tasted, and he finished the whole slice in just a few minutes. Then he did something even more surprising. He cleaned up the plate with his tongue. After finishing his treat, Biscuit wagged his tail and licked Lily and Sam's hands as a thank you. He loved spending time with his humans, and he especially loved helping them in the kitchen. even if helping mostly meant making a mess. As the afternoon went on, Biscuit followed Lily and Sam around the house, barking happily and wagging his tail. He was a very lucky dog to have such wonderful humans who loved him so much, and he knew that no matter what trouble he got into, they would always be there for him. So, as the sun began to set and the sky turned orange and pink, Biscuit curled up on the couch between Lily and Sam, feeling loved, happy and full of chocolate cake. He was ready for a long nap, and as he closed his eyes, he dreamed of flower explosions, cake tastings, and endless adventures with his favorite humans. And that, dear friends, is the story of Biscuit, the clumsiest, silliest, and most lovable dog in the whole wide world. Remember, no matter how many messes you make or how many times you trip and fall, there will always be someone who loves you just the way you are. Now I want to hear about the funniest, silliest dog you know. Tell me their name, what breed they are, and what kind of trouble they get into. I can't wait to read your stories. And if you enjoyed Biscuit's adventures, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more fun stories, and make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. We have so many more adventures to share with you, including more stories about Biscuit. Thanks for watching, and remember, you matter. Keep being you. See you next time.